Hey, what's going on, guys? You got TLR here, and we're back on the Battle Spot for a Battle Spot Singles Live. As you probably know, Mega Lopunny was released not too long ago, so I did want to give it a go, test it out. So here we are with a Mega Lopunny team. I cooked up pretty quickly. Um, Technically, I built a team around Mega Lopunny for Smogon Singles. However, that team included an Ash Greninja and a Magearna, so I had to switch those around a bit. This is the same team, except the Magearna is now a Heatron and Ash Greninja is now a Protean Greninja. Also, some of the sets are adjusted, so you know, I don't know if this will work, but hopefully we can give Lopunny a good spotlight here, a nice welcome back. Also, as you can see, my Heatron is not level 100, so its stats are going to be a little messed up because I have not bottle capped it up yet. Well, I guess you can't use Mega Lopunny on the rated battle spot, but I still want to give it a good, the whole reason why I fired up this this live is to give Mega Lopunny a nice testing. So we're going to do just that, and if we have to do it on the free battle spot, then we will. I guess we could just do it with the Ash Greninja and Magearna then, but you know what? I don't want to take the time to adjust the team. We'll just use this. We'll just use what we have already built. All right. And for our first opponent of the day, we shall find hopefully we find somebody who's taking a bit. Any second now, don't worry. Someone, anyone, please. I'll go easy on you, I promise. No, I won't. They don't know that, do they? Dang. This is taking a while. Hello? Is there anyone on the battle spot? Anyone at all? Oh no. Alright, we'll try again. I don't really want to do special Pokemon allowed, and the reason for that is just because I feel like more people on the special Pokemon band are more likely to be bringing a team that is like structured. And I feel like on the special Pokemon allowed, it might just be some kid using 6 legendaries. No offense to him, that's a good strategy. But we find a first opponent of the day running Eric. He's not running Eric, his name is Eric, and he's running Aegislash, Mimikyu, Metagross, Sableye, Toxapex, and Drampa, so a pretty interesting team. But luckily, Lopunny is here to put in work. Lopunny can actually do a lot of work against this team. Unless it's like Protect Mega Sableye, because I gotta watch out for that so I don't kill myself from High Jump Kick. Greninja's also pretty good here. If we can deal with the Toxapex. How do we deal with the Toxapex? I guess we've got a Latios. The only problem was Latios could possibly get Pursuit trapped by the Metagross, or even the Aegislash. I guess Aegislash also gets Pursuit. And it can't really touch either of those Pokemon, and we don't really have a switch in to those Pokemon either, if we bring this. But then again, we don't really have a switch into those Pokemon either way. Alright, we'll just bring this. We're gonna bring a hyper offensive team of 3, and we're just gonna hope for the best. Hopefully we connect all our high jump kicks. That's the way Mega Lopunny thrives. If Mega Lopunny can connect high jump kicks, something's going to be taking a good chunk. Except for that Toxapex. That Toxapex will take next to nothing. So hopefully he just leaves that behind. He brings Sableye. Alright, well, I'm definitely not high jump kicking right off the bat because he could easily be Mega Sableye and Protect. So I'm just going to fake out. It's a risk-free play. He actually withdraws Sableye. Let me guess, Toxapex. I knew it. This guy, he's like, Toxapex is the end-all be-all of Pokemon. Let's just throw it on team and call it a day. Toxapex offense, okay. I mean, his team is actually pretty more bulky offense-oriented. He's got the Toxapex, he's got the Sableye, he's got the Aegislash. Luckily it's not Rocky Helmet, not like Black Sludge is any better, but I'd prefer him to get that little bit of recovery rather than do chip to my Lopunny, I guess. So we're going to switch in Latios because he can't really damage us, not with his attacks anyway. Now, if I call Mind Tier and he doesn't have Metagross or Aegislash, then I'm in a good position. But I feel like that's impossible. Why would you not have one of those two Pokemon? So I really want to double. He could Baneful Bunker here as well if he has it. Now, I don't like Baneful Bunker myself on Toxapex, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have it. I'm still going to double. Hopefully I don't overestimate my opponent. I mean, if he loses Toxapex, then he's going to have a hard time with Lopunny. So unless he does have the Baneful Bunker, which he does. Alright, so that's good information. He showed Baneful, he's shown Baneful Bunker. I really just want a Gunk Shot here, even though it won't do any damage. He's probably going to stay in Toxic. And Toxic won't affect my Greninja if I Gunk Shot. And it'll be a funny play, but I won't get much done. So I'm going to click it. If he Scalds here, I mean, that's a good play. It's still not going to do a lot. Unless it burns me, then it's doing the most. Yep, he does Toxic. Basically what I'm thinking here is he'll either Scald or Baneful Bunker this next turn, so I should be able to get a kind of relatively free switch back into Latios. Not the freest of switches, but kinda free. Oh, he serves. Okay, so he doesn't have Scald. I mean, that's a little better for my Greninja. Now, the real question is, why would you run Surf if you're not running Scald? Because most of them run Scald just for the burn chance. It doesn't have an attack set. If you really want to do a little bit more damage, you might as well run a physical set with Liquidation. I want to call Mind here on his Baneful Bunker. I think he'll Baneful Bunker. He withdraws Toxapex. And he does have the Aegislash. Okay. So that's kind of bad for me. Although, it's bad if he has Pursuit. If he doesn't have Pursuit, then I can really just switch here into Lopunny. If I had Power Up Punch, I'd be set, but I don't have Power Up Punch, so. Yeah, the more my Latios gets chipped, the harder it is going to be to deal with that. Toxapex. If he has Sacred Sword, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for it now, because there's no way I can stay in. Unless he's like predicting hit Power Fire and goes for the King's Shield. He goes for the Sword Stance. Okay. Well, he knows I have Scrappy. Or I assume he knows I have Scrappy. So High Jump Kick should be able to easily take it out unless he's like a really defensive variant, but since he showed Short Stance, I just don't assume he would be. I expect him to King's Shield here, basically. If he hard Sacred Swords, I don't necessarily agree with that play, because if he loses Aegislash, then my Latios will clean up this game. So I do think he's going to King's Shield here. Yes. Yep. So now he can launch off a Life Orb Dark Pulse. That'll even do a lot if he wants to switch into Toxapex. He actually just stays in. He'll probably live this. It is stat, yeah, because obviously Aegislash is really bulky, but it can flinch. If it flinches, good for me. Nope, no flinch. Alright, but now he's in a position where high jump kick will kill anyway, even if he decides to King's Shield. So he's showing King's Shield, Sacred Sword, and Swords Dance. I assume his last move is Shadow Sneak. The only problem with going into Lopunny is the fact that I can't just fake out to avoid the King's Shield, so I will take the -2. But the Aegislash is low enough to where I can actually take it out with a Devastating Drake at +1. So it's going to be tough to win this, but I still have a chance. I just have to get the 50-50s right. I mean, I'm going to return here in case he wants to go hard Toxapex. He's almost certainly going to King's Shield. He doesn't have a reason not to. But again, even at -2, my high jump kick will kill. So I want to predict him to go hard into Toxapex, because again, his Aegislash is kind of necessary to check my Latios. So yeah, I can't see him staying in. If he does stay in, I probably lose. But if I high jump kick, then he probably loses. So I don't think he wants to risk it, because Toxapex is pretty much a risk-free play. He actually does stay in. Now I don't agree with that play because again, if I high jump kicked, I'm pretty sure. Oh, he has Shadow Claw. So he didn't have Shadow Sneak. Oh my goodness. Okay, then I don't think I could have won it. I mean, I probably could have, but I really predicted him to have Shadow Sneak, and therefore I needed to get that. If I knew he had Shadow Claw and not Shadow Sneak, then I probably didn't need to make that double. But again, I don't agree with that play. I clicked fake out. Yeah, I probably lose here just because he can just go into Toxapex. But if I had jump kick there, I don't think he could have won, because my Latios had Recover and Calm Mind, so it beat the rest of his Pokemon. But that's fine. He made the prediction. I can't really be mad at him for that. I guess I could have just high jump kicked. It was pretty risk free for me because I could have just hard switched into Latios next turn. Not really had to worry about too much damage from the Surf. But you know, stunt or die. We really out here. I guess not, but sometimes we are. Sometimes it works out, okay? Just not that time. Anyway, we're just gonna hop right into the next battle. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a Toxapex, so Mega Lopunny can actually do something. Skit from the United States is going to be our second opponent of the day. Rockin' Tapu Lele, Incineroar, Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, Tapu Bulu, and Guzzlord. Guzzlord unfortunately does not have an item. But yeah, Mono Tapu. Every single one. Which means Lopunny probably wouldn't be able to do very much. Although it does outspeed the Koko and can return. We see our opponent lock in pretty quickly. Tangrowth is actually really good here. I don't want to lead with it though. Actually, yes I do. I'll actually bring Lopunny in the back, just because it does well against the Incineroar and the Guzzlord, plus it can revenge kill the entire team bar a possible Scarfer. And Heatran wouldn't be bad because it does do well against the Lele and the Bulu, unless it's like Superpower Bulu. Although I am Timid Max Speed. That's one of the IVs that is actually 31 on my Heatran. It's speed. So we actually do outspeed the Bulu, guaranteed. We don't have any special attack investment though. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have any special defense investment. So yep, we're going to lead off with Tangrowth. Going to see our opponent lead off with the Guzzlord. If this is Earthquake, that'll be bad. Wait, no, I have a Tangrowth out. For a second there, I thought I had Heatran out. This is actually hit power fire for Ferrothorn. So that's not doing anything. I kind of have to go hard Lopunny here. Actually, maybe that wasn't the play because my opponent could easily Draco Meteor. Oh, nope, we just see the heavy slam. I mean, I'll eat this up, sorta, kinda. Yeah, it didn't do too much because Guzzlord only has like 101 special physical attack, which isn't a lot. It is pretty heavy though. I don't know how heavy Lopunny is. So we're just going to get off some chip with the fake out. That actually did a good chunk. High jump kick is 90% risk free here. So you know, we're gonna cross our fingers. Alright, Lopunny takes its first kill of the live. I still wish we had Power Up Punch on this thing though. I don't think not Ice Punch, Fake Out. I don't think Fake Out is very good on Lopunny anymore, just because Tapu Lele is everywhere. So I honestly think Power Punch is better for that 4th slot, and Ice Punch / Return is really a toss-up. You can actually replace one of those for Substitute or Encore as well. Those are both actually pretty good now as well. But you know, this is my Gen 6 Lopunny. I didn't actually change it at all. Still running the same set as it did in ORAS. And I mean, it's still a good set. It's not a bad set. It's just not as good as other sets. So it goes for the Nature's Madness. That's either a brilliant prediction or my opponent did not change the moves on her Tapu Koko. I am going to knock off here. We see the Tapu Koko withdraw into the Tapu Bulu. Alright, alright. We do have the hidden Power Fire, so we can't dent this thing, although we are Assault Vest. So I don't really want to take a Z fight. Let's see. Honestly, Lopunny isn't doing too much anymore. It got its kill, but the last 2 Pokemon kinda pressure it more than it pressures them. Oh, we see the Mega Horn actually. Call that a prediction. A critical hit, but again, that doesn't matter because Lopunny is not going to be doing too much. But luckily, since we got it in on a Mega Horn, we're going to be able to chip either this Bulu or a Koko that might switch in. I doubt the Koko switches in though. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Because Fake Out into return probably kills the Koko. And 2 returns definitely kills the Koko, so. Yeah, I could go for Ice Punch, going for a cheeky freeze, but there's no real need to do that. Also, I mean, you guys probably already noticed this, but Bulu didn't have his item knocked off, so it's probably Z move. I want to guess Z fight, just because that's one of the most more common sets you see, but it could be Z something else. We also see the Zen Headbutt, so that's going to knock me out. Maybe his Shattered Psyche for those Mega Venusaurs. I don't know. Either way, we're going to send in our Heatron, our janky Heatron with imperfect IVs. You know what? Perfect IVs are overrated anyway. And we're just going to launch off a Lava Plume, even if we want to see the... even if the Koko wanted to come in, it would take a decent chunk from Lava Plume. So yeah, my opponent no longer thinks she has a shot, and she's going to forfeit right there. Now, I wouldn't say she didn't have a shot. If she didn't have superpower on her Bulu, then yeah, she probably didn't have a shot, because then Bulu probably couldn't have done too much to my Heatron, and Heatron could have just switched into that pretty easily. But if she like went to Koko, and you know, I switched out into Tangrowth, and then she switched out into Bulu, and then I switched out into Heatron, and then she knocked that out with a superpower. Then she had a shot, but okay. Final battle of the live, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll get another one, but I don't know if we'll have time. Also running the Lopunny, as well as Frostlass, Umbreon, Serperior, Darmanitan, and Gastrodon. Alright. So, yes. Lopunny actually puts in a lot of work, considering her fighting resist is Ghost type. And Lopunny has Scrappy. Also, Lopunny outspeeds this person's entire team, bar the opposing Lopunny, which is probably a speed tie, and any possible Scarfers. Our Lando is Scarf, so I'm going to bring that because that'll outspeed everything bar Scarf, Darmanitan, or maybe Scarf, Frostlass slash Serperior. Heatran's also pretty decent here. It does leave me a little weak to the Gastrodon if I don't bring Tangrowth. I guess we could also bring Tangrowth because we are Assault Vest, and that'll do well against this Serperior as well. That'll check the Serperior. That leaves me a little weak to the Frostlass though, because the Frostlass can ice me. It also leaves me a little weak to the Darmanitan, but the Darmanitan can superpower my Heatran anyway. Alright, we're locking in. So we are going to lead off with our Lopunny, as our opponent leads off with Darmanitan. Alright. Now if this is Scarf, that's no bueno. Because nothing wants to take a Flare Blitz on my team. Now, technically my Lando can, it just doesn't want to. Go. This is the part where I wish I had physically defensive. Physically defensive Lando. We could also just see the U-turn, but I don't think my opponent will go for U-turn. I don't think my opponent will go for U-turn when they don't know if I brought Heatran or not. We could also see a superpower. Like, that way, that would kill Lopunny and catch a Heatran on the switch in. So we're going to go Lando. Which, again, can still live. I mean, if it's choice banded, then it can't. But yeah, we do see the superpower, so quote-unquote safe play, because it does kill what's in front of it, as well as catch the more common switch in that my opponent could go for. I'm going to knock this thing off. Although I doubt she'll stay in. Yeah, so it's probably Scarf. Into Gastrodon. I could have U-turned there, but knocking this thing's item off is good. It was Citrus Berry. Okay. Definitely not staying in here because this is my... Actually, do I really want to go to Tangrowth? Because then my opponent will definitely click Flare Blitz the next time that Darmanitan comes in. Unless... Wait. Maybe I can be a lord and catch that Darmanitan on the switch. You see the Scald, that's not too big of a deal, unless it burns. Hooray, no burn. Alright, no ground immunity. I really just want an Earthquake. Assuming my opponent will switch hard back into Darmanitan, because the grass type move is kind of obvious. And now that my opponent knows that I did not bring Heatran, or Latios, or even Greninja, I actually brought none of the Pokemon that could take a Flare Blitz. I mean, Lando can take a Flare Blitz, but not that well. It doesn't want to. I'm going to Earthquake. The Gastrodon withdraws into Lopunny. Okay. I mean, yeah, this thing wasn't threatened too much. This is still going to do a chunk. I just can't see my opponent going for Fake Out, because that would give me a free switch in back into Lando, and I don't think my opponent wants that. I think she'll go straight for the Ice Punch. So I'm going to Giga Drain. Now Ice Punch will actually do a chunk, but I'm okay with that. We're just gonna have to make do. Nope, we do see the Fake Out, okay. That did a chunk as well. I mean, the Gastrodon doesn't really threaten too much damage onto my Tangrowth, so hopefully no freeze. Nice. So we're going to chunk this thing, recover our HP back to around 50%, and now I can switch out to gain that health back. If my opponent had jump kicks here on my Lopunny switch, I'll be sad. But I mean, I actually think my opponent's more likely to go for return, because since she knows all my Pokemon, she knows return will at least dent something. But yeah, I'm expecting Ice Punch or return. Lopunny can eat a return. It doesn't really want to, but I need my Tangrowth for that Gastrodon. Unless it doesn't have recover, but I can't see the Gastrodon not having recover. He actually just does go for the high jump kick. Well, I don't agree with that play just because, actually, that might be kind of good for me. Because since my Lando is Scarf, if Gastrodon can't take 2 Earthquakes, then I might just be able to win this game right here. I mean, if the Darmanitan, actually, no. We actually see the Lopunny withdrawal into the Gastrodon, okay. I mean, the Gastrodon has been weakened. It's no longer got a Citrus Berry. Yeah, that's doing too much. So I just Earthquake again. Knock out the Gastrodon. I mean, the Gastrodon wasn't really the threat, but that's fine. The threat is that Darmanitan. Unless it's not Scarf. If it's not Scarf, you got me. See the Darmanitan come in. Technically, he still doesn't know I'm Scarf Darmanitan. I mean, Scarf Lando. Just gonna go hard Tangrowth because Tangrowth doesn't really switch into anything at this point. So we can at least use it to give him some recoil. He actually goes for the Zen Headbutt. Now, I don't know why my opponent has Zen Headbutt, but that's what he goes for. I'm going to Earthquake. Zen Headbutts again. No flinch. Alright, and I think I just win now, because I can go back into my Lando and revenge kill this Lopunny. Not sure why my opponent went for the Zen Headbutt though. Maybe thinking that Flare Blitz would knock me out and wanted to go for flinches? I don't know. I mean, that's possible, but that would mean you'd be under the impression that I'm defensive Lando, and the damage I did to your Gastrodon is not the kind of damage a defensive Landorus would do, I don't think. Anyway, so yeah, opponent just goes for the Ice Punch. That's going to knock out my Tangrowth. That's not too big of a deal. Tangrowth wasn't going to beat the Lopunny anyway. And we can just go back into Orlando, click Earthquake, and win the game. So even though this was supposed to be a Lopunny showcase, it's really just showcasing why Lando is the best Pokemon in the game, and is just like, you can throw it on any team and it'll do something. That's basically what you need to know from this. Also, you need to know that Mega Lopunny is back, and it's still a fun Pokemon to use. Unfortunately, our opponent suffers from a disconnect. But yeah, it's a fun Pokemon. I mean, it's still good. It's just that with the Tapus running around, Fairy types obviously pressure Lopunny a bit. But yeah, like if you're interested in trying it out, I'd definitely give it a go. I do like the sub power up punch set because Lopunny forces a lot of switches, so you can substitute on the switch and then start power up punching. Also, the best way to use that set is when your opponent, because my first opponent had a Toxapex. The sub power punch set beats Toxapex because you power up punch. You substitute, their Scald can't break the substitute, although my opponent did have Surf, so I don't know if that would have broken the substitute. Anyway, they substitute, you substitute, they can't break your sub, and then you start power punching until you beat them down with return. Or, I guess if you're running that set, you should probably run return, although if you want to, high jump kick plus ice punch is also a valid moveset if you really want to do better against Lando, although I like dual stab on the sub power punch set. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for this Mega Lopunny entry showcase thing, Hick or whatever. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you later. So goodbye for now.